Hello, Big Productions here with another Lego video. Today I have the Lego Minecraft
Chicken Jockey!
set. The set number is 21582. It comes with 344 pieces and these 3 builds. So without further ado, let's take a look at the builds. I want to take a look at the smallest build first, which is this little chick. This is so cute. It's part of like the little babies mod that they created. And I don't think we've gotten a representation of this version of the baby chicken before. So this is adorable. I actually really like the building techniques where it uses snot techniques right there, and the legs are using that little modified 1x1 stud right there with the little pole connection. So that just sticks in right there, and this chicken is just so cute. I like the colors used here, and yeah, it's pretty size accurate, I want to say. I mean, I haven't like tested the accuracy of the size of these animals in comparison to some of the other ones I have, like the creeper and the fox, but maybe I'll build a Minecraft world and just test that out real quick. Next we have the chicken jockey, which can be separated into the 2 builds. The zombie just connects via 4 studs on the top of the chicken. This chicken is such a good build. I love the face design right there. And this is our first like really large scale chicken. We did get a chicken in the Alex Big Fig, but the arms, or I guess the wings can flap up and all the way down. And then the legs can also articulate all the way like that, both ways. So that is pretty awesome. I think the design of this is just really good. I like the cube shaping, very good like shaping on the back here with all these studs. Again, studs on top, technique all the way up pretty much, which is pretty impressive. But yeah, that's it for the chicken. It looks really, really good. So next we get the baby zombie, which is a very interesting design. We get like a brick and 2 plates width of, I guess, the zombie, and then a huge head, which I think is pretty accurate. I do really like this build. I think it's nice that they have the purple ball joints. That is just using a Technic ball piece with the brown pin sticking inside, so it's not actually a ball joint. But the legs look pretty good because they're on that ball joint. You can kind of go in a bunch of different ways out and around, so that's very nice. The arms also look pretty good. I think the interesting thing is the shoulders are slightly like, they got the little indent right there, so you don't really want to display your zombie villager with his arms down, because you can kind of see that, but it does allow it to do poses like this, or when you have poses up, it allows it to like kind of put its arms out like that. You could kind of have him like dabbing in a way. I'm trying to, yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, the only issue I do have with the zombies so far is that the feet, yeah, there's no better way of doing it because it's just got the plates in there, which is probably the best you can do. I don't know any other way you can get the feet to work like that. The arms look pretty good, except for you do have a little bit of gray at the top there. And then the worst is probably the head, where you can see on the inside. But I guess you could consider the zombie being decaying and stuff. This allows the head to kind of go further down, a little bit back, and then a lot of round articulation, which is pretty nice. Now the worst part about the zombie is the back. They don't even include like some of these smooth tiles, which they did for the head for the back. Makes sense not to include it on the legs because you want the legs to sit on the chicken, but at least the back torso. Yeah, I think that's one of the bigger misses in the set, but overall the zombie looks. Here's a comparison to some of the other larger buildable mobs. We have the fox right here, which honestly is just slightly bigger than the chicken. The chicken's head is taller, but at least the body is taller than the body. The chick is clearly the smallest. The zombie villager is slightly larger than the fox, and the creeper tends to dominate the entire crew right here. Here's the box for the set. It's kind of hard to see, but it just has, it just has the taiga biome. It's honestly not the worst I've seen for these boxes. Probably one of the better ones. It doesn't show too much. I guess it shows the zombie mounting onto the chicken, which is interesting. It shows the size, and then the little chick with the baby zombie, and then it also shows the zombie chasing after the chicken and the chick, which is kind of cute. But yeah, that's it for the box. For the instructions, it tells you obviously how to build the set. Oh my gosh, it's kind of spoiling everything. It shows the set all built up right there. Looks pretty cool. Then you have an ad for some of the other Minecraft sets of this wave. I've gotten a couple of these. I have the gas station, which I did a review on, and then the Ender Dragon. I'm still waiting to get some of these. I wish they would go a little bit down in price, including this one right here, the Evoker one. Then you get the piece count and the win. Here are the leftover pieces. Overall, for $30, this honestly isn't a bad deal. The builds are pretty sizable and they feel pretty substantial, even though some of the builds include these little 1x1 tiles, I actually don't think it's too bad. And I'm not a big price to part ratio person, but if you are, 344 pieces, it's pretty good for $30. You actually get a little bit less than a 10 cent per part ratio. But yeah, I actually really do like this. I think the chicken is clearly the strongest here. It just looks so good. Even the black tiles aren't like too distracting. I think the worst is definitely the gray showing on the zombie. I wish they were to be able to use a different color for sure. The little chick is a nice inclusion, and I do really think that this is worth $30. Like, I truly think I would probably pay a nice $15 for this little chicken here. I'd pay $5 for the chick, so this I could totally see being a little $20 set, and then this baby zombie being $10. So $30 I think is actually a pretty solid deal for these. Clearly, if you like what you see, you'll probably end up getting it. I do recommend it. I think it is a fun build, and I do like the studs on top techniques used and stuff. But yeah, overall, I would have to give this a 9 out of 10. I really think the worst issue is just the color matching on the zombie. Color matching meaning all the gray showing there, which is a little unfortunate. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts about this set in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out. Bye.